What's up, Internet? Welcome to Once Over. I'm Kaylee, and today we are giving the once over to... Oh my god, it's another Criterion 50% off sale, and I spent all my dang money.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
Give it a good once-over.
Giving us the once over.
Giving him the once over.
Give me a once over.
Down to give us the once over.
For a routine once-over.
Once over.
Oh, just once over lightly.
Usually this is the part where I would say that there will be spoilers, but there will not be any spoilers for the movies that I bought. Instead, I think we'll just do like a tally of how much dollars I spent on this malarkey. I accidentally bought, oh god, how many things did I buy? I bought 12 things. 2 of them aren't Criterion, maybe 3. Some number of them are non-Criterion, but almost everything that I got was from the Criterion 50% off sale, which is going through July 27th, 2025. So if you haven't already gone and hit it all up, you absolutely should do that. I am making this an annual tradition to go buy all my Criterion crap. They do, I think, 2 sales a year. You can get everything at Barnes & Noble, I think on their website as well, but definitely head over to Barnes & Noble. It's fun to just kind of like filter through all the stuff. We all want to do it. So yeah, I got a ton of movies and we're gonna open them all up and check out what they are. Yeah. Ooh. Let's start out with the not Criterion stuff. I have 3 things that are not Criterion that I just picked up because I was at Barnes & Noble and I was looking at movies and yeah, I have a problem. I actually bought about 60 movies this past weekend. I went on a little bit of a vacation to Ithaca and I got hauls from Angry Mom Records as well as this like little flea market called Grandma Jerry's, which was amazingly cool. So yeah, between the 3 hauls, the Criterion Collection, Grandma Jerry's, and Angry Mom Records, I got 60 movies. If you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, you absolutely should be because I'm going to be talking about the rest of those 50 or 60 movies that I bought, all the other movies from the movie hauls. I'm going to be doing hauls of those movies, but I'm going to be doing them as live streams, which means that you need to subscribe and then turn your notifications on so that you can find out when those are going to be. They're probably going to be Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, but turn your notifications on so that you can make sure you don't miss a single thing, especially if you love these haul videos. So today we're just doing the stuff that I bought at Barnes & Noble today. Take my money, Barnes & Noble! Damn you. I got The Challengers. Now, I have not actually seen this movie, just a ton of people have recommended it to me. I don't know if I'm going to end up keeping this. This might actually be a gift for one of my friends. I gotta watch it and see how much I like it. I don't know anything about it because I haven't seen it. So what a great way to start out. Next up, I got Eyes Wide Shut, and I just got this because I don't own it and it was a good price. So again, let's move on. This next one, again, not Criterion stuff yet. It's coming, I promise. We're getting there. We're gonna get there. This is a Kino Cult release of the movie Hussy starring Helen Mirren. This is another one that I have not seen, but I have been wanting to for a really long time. And again, it was a nice price and I liked the packaging quite a bit. I am a packaging snob. Let's actually open this sucker up and see what's in there. I am a huge fan of Helen Mirren, in particular in The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover. Usually the way that I sell that movie to people is I say, well, you get to see Helen Mirren doing full frontal in the height of her hotness. So yeah, you should watch that if you haven't. I am gonna assume, based on the fact that this is called Hussy, that she's probably close to naked in this also, if not fully naked. Let's see what we can find out. Okay, so this says, Helen Mirren stars as Beatty. She's a high-priced call girl operating out of a posh London nightclub. When she becomes romantically involved with a handsome American, she is tempted to escape from her disreputable occupation. But her diabolical ex-boyfriend returns from prison, drawing her more deeply into the drug-dealing underworld and away from her hopes of redemption. It is a tense and provocative plunge into organized crime and growing disillusionment of Thatcher-era England. Okay, this sounds a little bit too fancy for me. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter. I like how it looks. Oh, so pretty. Ooh, there's nothing in there. Yeah. This is going to be the most boring part of the haul because everything else is Criterion. And so we know we're going to get amazing packaging, amazing special features, all of the good stuff. So let's get into the good stuff finally. First up, I got the documentary Crumb. This is, of course, about the artist Robert Crumb, like an underground artist, and it's a very, very well done documentary. I am a big fan of this one. This was actually made by the same director that did Ghost World and, oh God, what are the other ones? Louie Bluey, I feel like also. That's a weird movie done by the same guy. And I want to say Bad Santa. That feels wrong for some reason. It's possible? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, this is like weird sex. It's a documentary. New movie smell. Okay, we have... God damn it, I love opening things. Okay, there's this talent test. Oh my god, this is so cool. It's like an artist test. And it has Crumb's, all of Crumb's stuff. Oh my god, this is so cool. So it says, below are 10 pairs of designs. Study each pair carefully. Place a check mark in a circle beneath the design that you think is the better of each pair. So yeah, there's just like a whole bunch of these little tests in here. And I think that these are Crumb's probably real answers on this. And then at the bottom here it says, an overall grade for your test is either F minus or A plus 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 plus. And of course we get a little book. Oh, there's lots of art in here. Probably seen Crumb's comics before, right? So like this looks familiar to you even if you haven't seen this movie. This is awesome. That is great. And again, this is why we all love Criterion. This actually has an audio commentary featuring the director and one with the director and Roger Ebert, and more than 50 minutes of unused footage. Next up, another good one, Miller's Crossing. Anybody who is familiar with Who Are These Podcasts will know who Producer Chris is. Producer Chris is one of my best friends. He is the producer on Who Are These Podcasts, and also the bass player in The Isotopes, which is the surf rock band that I go dance for. He actually introduced me to Miller's Crossing. It was like one of the few Coen brother films that I hadn't seen. And he was like, you have to just stop everything and just watch this movie, Kaylee. And I did, and I loved it, and I needed to own it. Of course, beautiful packaging per usual. Let's see what we are getting in here. This is a 2K digital restoration. There's some conversation about film noir and hard-boiled crime fiction with the author, Megan Abbott, and the Coens. Some other interviews. It doesn't look like there's any commentary track on this. I love commentary tracks, but it's not necessary for me in order to enjoy something. And this just looks beautiful. This is like a matte book, and I want to touch it a whole bunch. And it looks beautiful. Yes, we have the beauty. And I'm gonna guess there's gonna be something interesting here. No, sometimes interesting there. Lots of words. I didn't buy this movie to read words. Come on. Have you guys seen Miller's Crossing? If you haven't, you should stop everything that you're doing. It is like classic noir, but the Coens did it, so it's absurdly amazing. Next up, I have Oakcha. It is no secret that I absolutely love director Bong Joon-ho. He is an incredibly talented director. You probably are very familiar with his movies like Parasites. Mickey 17 just came out this year. His Snowpiercer, very popular. But I am a huge fan of Barking Dogs Never Bite, which is one of his earliest movies. And Oakcha is no exception to his excellence. It is great. I almost don't know how to describe this film other than just kind of calling it a fairy tale. It's about an animal. That's not an accurate description of this movie at all. Let's just read the back because I can't do this movie justice. If I explain it, I'll give away too much or it'll make it sound really boring. We're gonna read the back of this dang thing. Oh, well, let's also talk about who's in it. It has Tilda Swinton, Paul Dano, Stephen Yeun, and Jake Gyllenhaal. You guys have all already seen this one, I know it. This movie is about a South Korean girl growing up on a mountainside with her grandfather and best friend Oakcha, a giant, empathetic super pig created as a part of a secret GMO experiment. When Oakcha is abruptly torn away from her, Mia embarks on a perilous rescue mission that places her at the center of a sinister corporate conspiracy. Holy crap, this was a Netflix original movie? How did I not know that? It is so wild to me that Criterion is releasing Netflix original movies. You know what, now that I think about it, it totally was a Netflix original movie. I just had completely forgotten that information. Do you ever just like wipe info out of your head? Because I feel like that's what I did with this. That's wild, right? That's wild how much Netflix has influenced the world. Oh, this is beautiful. Look how pretty. Oh my god, I love it so much. Stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. The lovely Tilda Swinton here. This is a movie that I don't particularly like rewatch a lot, but I do feel like it's one of those things that at some point is just going to disappear off the face of the planet maybe because it's a Netflix original, and so if I don't own physical media of it, I feel like it's just never going to be there ever again, and I'm never going to get to see it ever again, which is why I buy all the physical media. Oopsies. So I know the first couple of movies that I bought were movies that I hadn't seen. I tend not to blind buy Criterion Collection movies because they are so expensive, but I did blind buy this one. I don't know anything about this movie, so we're not going to really talk about it that much. I just know that I've heard good things about it, and so now I own it, and we'll see how that works out for me. I don't know. You guys have to tell me if this one is any good. I assume that it is, because Criterion put it out. But this is The Power of the Dog. I have this thing, actually, with movies that have dog in the title. We just talked about Barking Dogs Never Bite by Bong Joon-ho. Like, all of the dog movies get completely interchanged in my mind. For example, Barking Dogs Never Bite, that's pretty much the same thing as Sleeping Dogs Never Lie, or Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. I don't even know the names of the movies anymore. The Bobcat Goldthwait one is the one that I'm thinking of. All the movies with dog in their name are the same to me. I have a very hard time remembering which one is which. This one is another dog movie. Let's look at it. I don't want to read the back of this. It came out in 2021, and I think that that's all I really want to know about it. I will open it up so that you guys can see inside, but I think that overall, I really, really, really like going into movies blind, so I think we're gonna go into it blind. This also looks like it's a Netflix original. Man, Criterion must have really done something with these guys, huh? So it looks like all of the Netflix originals actually have these same kind of little booklets where it does one of these. Those? Is that like the thing? I guess it kind of makes sense. If you're going to do a Netflix original, you probably don't need to put tons and tons of backing up stuff with it. But I like it when I get like the little extra stuff like that Crumb came with. Again, I'm just excited to check this out. Oh, New Zealand Film Commission. I've been in the mood for New Zealandy stuff. What is this movie about? Is it any good? Did I waste $20? It was... How many dollars did I spend on this one? Yeah, $20. It was originally $40. Something I am very excited to own. And after I bought this, I feel like I might have actually already bought it on DVD, but I own it twice now, possibly. And I don't care because I really, 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 really extra love this movie. This is a movie that Griffin Dunne, the amazing Griffin Dunne, produced. I love Griffin Dunne so much. He's great. And this movie is directed by Joan Micklin Silver, and I love this movie. It's Chilly Scenes of Winter. Are you guys obsessed with the 70s also? Because I have like a mild 70s obsession. Mild, it might be an understatement. So this came out in 1979, and again, Griffin Dunne, who, American Werewolf in London, that's great. Yeah, we love him, right?
It's all true.
After Hours.
What do you want from me? What have I done? I'm just a word processor, damn it.
Come on, he produced this movie. It is all about John Hurd's character, who is a lovelorn civil servant, as it says on the back beautifully, and his married but separated co-worker, played by Mary Beth Hurt. This is described as an anti-romantic comedy, and it is a movie that relies as heavily on its setting as it does on its characters. It's literally called Chilly Scenes of Winter, and much of the movie takes place in this like beautiful A-frame house, and everything is like snowy and gorgeous, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. If you're a guy and you don't like romantic comedies, I think you will associate with this movie. I'm literally just now noticing that the A-frame house is literally in the... That makes sense. Stupid Kaylee. Oh, you're so pretty. Ooh. Wait, so again, this one's... Oh, no, it's not back to booklet. We're getting more of these. I feel like I've gotten so many Criterion movies, and we don't always get this many of these suckers. Maybe I just got a luck of a draw. I love this. I would just have that as like a poster on my wall. I wouldn't. I actually really don't like the let's put words on a poster thing. Live, laugh, love. Ugh. I'm so happy to own this. Well, now we're really getting into the good stuff because that was the love story. Here's another one. It's Salo, or 120 Days of Sodom. It's weird to go from a very beautiful love story to this. This, of course, is based on the Marquis de Sade's book. It is extremely graphic. It has a explicit content warning on it right here, which is unsurprising. If you are aware of this movie, then you are aware that it is nauseating, shocking, depraved, and pornographic. But it's also a masterpiece. I'm just reading the back of the movie now. But all those words are accurate. Absolutely accurate. This is a really interesting, I want to call it a social commentary. That's not really the best way to describe it, but it is about sexual dynamics in the worlds that we live in. And it is a challenging watch, to say the least. If you do not like the SA or the Sodom, this is not for you. Oh my god, look at how pretty this packaging is. I don't care if you care about the contents of this movie. That's gorgeous. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And it has the little slide out. Ooh. Is there nudity on this? Nope. We're okay. Okay. Good. This is a classic for a reason, but again, it is a challenge to say the least. I would recommend, actually, if you haven't read the Marquis de Sade book, recommend is a challenging word to use about anything related to Salo, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to stick with recommend. Please don't think I'm insane. I'm not. I like movies that are really interesting and that are thought-provoking, and sometimes that means that they're challenging to watch, and sometimes that means that they hurt. And this is definitely one of those movies. I usually describe it as I like movies that make me emote, and this movie, I emoted in spades. So this comes with a gorgeous big old book. Look at how big and thick she is. Lot of nudity. I think I've already counted 15 boobies.
Guess how many boobs I saw today, Marge? 15! Look!
You guys can't look at anything in here. Yeah, this is really pretty. Again, I can't show you any of it, but I'm happy with it. That was me getting distracted for a really long time while reading through this little booklet. That is gorgeous. I know very little about what the Criterion Collection does for its numbering, but I noticed this is numbered 17. Is it possible that this was ever the 17th entry into the Criterion Collection? Is that how they do their numbering? Chilly Scenes of Winter sucks. They didn't get entered until 1176. 3 more movies here. What do we want to do? Let's do oldest to newest for these. So this one is going to be the oldest of the last 3 movies that we're going to be talking about. And it is Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. We have, I guess, 2 movies in a row that have or in them. Unrelated entirely, though. I think that everybody is probably familiar with this movie. This is a great movie. This is one of my absolute favorites, and maybe my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. It's really hard to pick one of those. But I love this movie, and again, it's just another one that I don't own, so I felt like I needed to own it. 1964 is when this came out. It is a funny take on the Cold War, like the anxieties that come about when it comes to war and nuclear attacks and all of those different things. And so I always feel like this is a movie that becomes, it kind of like goes and waxes and wanes of how relevant it is, and I feel like it's a good one for nowadays. It feels, you know, like when you shake your Christmas presents? I can like hear it. Can you guys hear this? What's squeaky in there? Okay, it doesn't matter. Get into the dang box, Kaylee. I just tore my box because I'm an idiot. It was me. I did it. It wasn't even the knife. This I didn't do, though. My whole copy of this is fucked up. Oh, no. I might be going back to Barnes & Noble. Look at this. Somebody, when they were, like, opening the packaging of the box, they cut straight down it. You guys just saw me. I cut the side. I didn't touch anything here. It goes all the way down the box. How poopy. Now, the real question is, do I care enough to go back? Maybe that's why it's squeaking around in here. I can't even get this out. Okay. What I was going to say is the most infamous scene of this movie is right here, obviously. Yeah, okay. There's also something that is falling out that I'm very interested in, but I did not take a sneak peek at it, so let's go ahead and open this up. It looks like it might be top secret, guys. It is. The little booklet is in here. That's so cool. Oh, look at the back of that. That's even better than the front. That's so perfect. This is probably one of the most iconic images in film history, right? That's got to be up there if it's not the top one. This, it's top secret. I don't know if I can share it with you. We're just going to do one of these. There's more top secret stuff in here, you guys. I don't know. I'm not gonna read it to you because it's top secret, duh. See, this is great packaging because you could just make this be like a little booklet, but it's not. It's 2 separate pages, and then each page says page 1 of 4, page 2 of 4, page 3 of 4, page 4 of 4. I didn't need to say all of those things. It doesn't matter. This was written by David Bromwich, who is a Sterling Professor of English at Yale University. So this is just a little essay about the movie. This is such a satire of a movie. So again, to include stuff like this makes me super duper happy. And here, of course, you can see this little magazine that we got. And then look at the advertisement on the back. Have you ever seen a commie drink a glass of water and then it says vodka? That's what they drink, isn't it? Never water. You can just put this back into my top secret envelope. Hey, get in there. There's something else in here. It's in my hand right now. I don't know if I want to share it with you guys because I'm really excited about it. My camera literally just died in the middle of me being about to show you the most exciting thing that I have ever found in a Criterion collection thing ever. And I have not looked at it this entire time that I've been waiting for my camera to charge, and I'm going insane. So here it is. Finally, it's this little tiny book. It's so cute. Look at it. It's so cute. It's the Holy Bible in Russian phrases. Oh, there's actual Russian phrases in here. Oh my God, I was going to say it is cast and credits and about the restoration of this movie. And also, let's try to do a Russian phrase. Yani Punimayo. Yani Punimayo. Look at that. I'm learning things. It's so tiny. Well, I guess now we can finally put this back in here now that I know what was blocking it from going in. And in the little bookie book. Oh, yeah, so cute. Oh, yes. That might be the best packaging that I've ever seen on a Criterion Collection movie. In love with that. And I am very sad that my packaging is damaged. Both maybe to my fault and also to whoever unboxed this at Barnes & Noble. I'm very angry at you. 2 left. And again, we were going oldest to newest. So the next movie that we got here is Tootsie. And I actually just talked about Tootsie with Eric from Cradle to the Grave. I only just recently saw this movie for the first time ever. And I didn't know anything that it was about. I was so familiar with the cover of this movie, like you have seen it 1,000 times. It's like, you know, like American flag woman going like this and Tootsie, and I didn't know anything. This stars Dustin Hoffman, and I feel like I don't want to tell you anything about it just in case you haven't seen it. This has got to be one of the best comedy movies of all time. Like, hands down, this, I was laughing the whole fucking time. It was so good. I knew that this starred Dustin Hoffman. I knew that it had Terry Garr in it. I knew that it had, oh my God, what's her name? Jessica Lange. I did not know that Bill Murray was in this. That was a wonderful surprise. This movie is unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. I guess that is kind of unsurprising since it was directed by Sidney Pollack. But yeah, I cannot believe that I slept so long on this. This is probably in my top favorite movies of all time now. It's Jeezum Crow, it's so good. And I read a hilarious thing about this movie, which is that, now I have to find it to be able to say it correctly. 1 minute. Let's hope that the camera doesn't die. Okay, this is a little bit of a spoiler. I'm going to try to say it in a way that is vague enough that it's not that much of a spoiler. If you haven't seen this movie, this doesn't ruin it. Just go watch the movie anyway. But this is a role where Tootsie, the lead role, is described as a master actor's performance, where an actor plays an actor who plays an actress who plays a character who in a plot twist is revealed to be played by another character. And that is incredible. I love this movie. So funny. So funny. I haven't laughed at a movie like that in God knows how long. All right, and last up, we have Anora. You guys are probably aware, if you guys are familiar with my channel, that I absolutely loved this movie. I thought that Yuri Boriskov's performance in this was outstanding. I thought he totally deserved to win Best Supporting Male Actor. It was the first time I cared about the Oscars in years, and they let me down by not giving it to him. I don't remember even what the names of the categories are, but I loved this fucking movie. It was so good. I'm a huge Sean Baker fan, and this might be my new favorite of his. I'm very partial to the Florida Project. Come on, it's so good. It is described on the back as an anti-Cinderella story, which is a really interesting way to describe it. I love that. It stars Mikey Madison. I still don't know if it's Mikey or Mickey. I always want to say Mikey. I don't know. She stars as Honora, who is a ferociously foul-mouthed Brooklyn exotic dancer and sex worker whose prince, not so charming, comes along in the form of a Russian oligarch's wild child son. And so this is the fractured fairy tale of that story. That is not how I would really describe this movie. It is... Sean Baker knows how to capture humanity, and so I just really wanted to own this. I didn't even get this. I just got like the DVD version of this from Criterion. I got the DVD edition. I didn't even get the Blu-ray. I'm not really a format snob. I like a good format, but it isn't necessary for me at all times. So yeah, I got this. It's almost like a little playbill on the inside. I love that. And ooh, these are, again, the matte pages, so it feels like real magazine pages, which I assume saved them some printing money. This is talking all about the Little White Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas, where a pivotal scene of the movie takes place with Honora and her lovely, lovely beau. We have lots of pictures of Yuri Boriskov, my favorite. And this looks exactly like a magazine. This is such a cool layout. I really love how they did this. God, they're so talented. Why are they so... oh my god, and there's even in the back, there's like little fake advertisements. I want to be a person who works for Criterion and does design stuff. You guys don't want me to do that because I will not come up with teeny tiny book to put inside of my Doctor Strangelove movie. I am so excited with this haul. This was just a wonderful pleasure for me. I can't wait to dig into watching all of these movies. I need more hours in the day because, like I said, this was not the only haul that I've done in the last couple of days. But it was the most expensive. So let's go ahead and figure out how many dollars I spent right here. Let's put it over here. I don't want to know. Tell me that it's less money than... how many dollars do I think it was? I didn't actually look at the receipt, and I bought a couple of things that we did not include in the haul because they were like little knick-knack presents for friends of mine. I'm gonna hope that I spent less than $230. I didn't, did I? It was worth it. I love Criterion Collection, and the 50% Barnes & Noble sale is the way to buy it. So if you are looking for anything, don't forget, this sale is going to go on through July 27th. You should absolutely be going and checking it out, getting all your stuff. Tell me what your haul finds are. I did a haul. Editing Kaylee here, my camera cut out right at the end of this video. I've been having lots of tech issues lately if you watched some recent stuff that I've done. That's fine. All I was trying to say at the end here was thank you so much for checking out my haul. I can't wait to hear about yours, and I will see y'all soon. Thanks. Bye.